See what happens
when 3,500
plus students
come together.
to turn chaos
into creativity.
Hi.
Creativity is something like you can just think of something and you can make it. For me, creativity is using your imagination. Creativity to me is thinking out of the box. You can build sand mountains, or you can build sand pits in the sand, or you can play with your friends. Creativity is something like thinking out of the box. If you take a paper, a scissor and glue, you can make something out of it. That's called creativity.
Really, design thinking at Ekya is a wonderful process.
Fun.
Design thinking at Ekya is a creative, I would say a creative flow.
Chaotic but extremely fun.
I loved it. It was really fun.
A fun, intriguing place to imagine certain solutions.
Very interesting, and it's where you, and I like the fact where you get to show your curiosity.
I would say displaying your creativity, thinking outside the box.
I think design thinking at Ekya is quite an extensive process to me, but it really brings out our creativity in all the students. So we've actually completely differed our ideas on what our actual theme is.
Design thinking at Ekya is an opportunity to innovate.
When you say design thinking, I usually used to go to the goal. Now instead, I know the steps to take before the goal. So it's not like you go directly to the goal. You take a few steps and then you approach the final goal at the end.
Design thinking at Ekya for me is to ideate new ideas, is to come up with new ideas to make better solutions in the world, and that is sustainable to the environment currently.
The favorite aha moment that not only me, our whole group had. So we were just discussing our brand name in a lunch break, and then our brand is about sustainable fashion. And then one of them said re-woof, re-stitch, and then we had that moment, that eureka moment.
The favorite aha moment is that when I found out that you can you can use wet waste to create electricity. That was my best.
I think thinking of the prototype, like how to implement our 100 ideas into one big solution.
My favorite aha moment was when we were playing the Johnny Johnny game, and some of my classmates were super funny that almost the whole class were laughing and laughing. It was super fun.
The aha moment, I would say, is when all of our ideas merge into one prototype.
Being the prototype. Collecting feedback from parents and learning how we can improve our idea. I would tell it was the suggestions given by the parents. So we had a suggestion telling that if our idea was in practice in Bangalore, it would turn out to be really great and it would make a huge impact.
I think for me the best part of the design thinking process was making the prototype. Building the prototype. I just now finished my prototype.
One step that I enjoyed the most was working with my teammate. He's very helpful, happy, and he's very refined and graceful. All the things that a teammate needs.
Before design thinking, I thought of approaching problems in the more traditional method per se, but after this, I'm thinking of every single way it could get worse, thinking of plugging those holes and then getting to the problem itself.
So I genuinely really like the elevator pitch. The elevator pitch is because we really had to express what our actual theme was, what we are working towards, and our 100 ideas, so that we could really express all the creativity on one sheet of paper and pick out all the best ones.
Best part is when you get to do the prototyping because it's so fun, and then it gets messy, and then you get paint all over your hands, which is the best part.
The best piece of feedback I've received so far was from my friend Sudesh to segregate waste based on the type of object. Wet, different material, dry, different material, so it doesn't emit odor. Best piece of feedback was what I got from my teacher, who told us that we should think of what all we have dealt with and what struggles we have dealt with while trying to be sustainable. And we can use that for whatever we want to solve. Best piece of feedback was more of a question, wherein I was asked, the user has a smooth trash disposal process, but what about the government?
That our design wasn't pitch perfect. I think the best feedback was that you can always improve on your design, whatever it is.
During rapid prototyping, it's hard to make everyone agree with you or collaborate and work together properly.
To be honest, I enjoyed the whole process. It was really informative and fun.
There were a few, but then I think my most uncomfortable moment was probably receiving feedback. Maybe like my idea getting rejected.
So in the camera study, when we had to take the trash, the wet waste, there were egg yolks and all of that stuff inside it, and it was super stinky. I did not like that one part.
Find us at Ekya's Fine Festival on 15th of November.